What's up, guys? Welcome to Life Knowledge. My name is Justin Alphabet. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. Stay to the end of the video so you get all the information that you need. Today, we're going to be talking about finding the lesson in the pain. Okay, so you guys are trying to figure out what the lesson is in the pain. A lot of times, there are situations in our life where we experience pain. Life as a human is painful, and many people try to avoid pain, but that typically and eventually makes the pain even worse. And so I would like to just give you guys an analogy on that and help you guys figure out a little bit of how to figure out what the lesson was behind the pain. So here goes. In working out and exercise, after you work out, there's typically a pain called soreness, right? Like your muscles are sore because you've used them to lift heavy things or run, or you've had sore muscles. Every human has had sore muscles. And this pain is a signal that you're growing, right? And the same goes for heartbreak. The same goes for, all kinds of things. But there's two different paths that you can choose as you experience pain. You can let that pain break you, like have your muscles snap in half. You can give up. You can throw in the towel. Or you have a second option. You can enjoy the pain. You can notice that pain is growing and find the lesson inside of that pain. And the difference between, what you choose determines whether you're the victim or whether you're the hero. So in your story, it's your choice. You get to choose to be the victim, or you get to choose to be the hero. Even if you've been hurt or betrayed or cheated or whatever it is, like whatever it might be, it's still your choice and you're the hero of your story. And I want you to think about something for a second. Every hero and every victim or villain has the same backstory. Each of them have pain in their backstory. If you think about Batman's parents died when he was younger, right? He lost both his parents. Spider-Man lost his Uncle Ben. Thor lost his whole world, basically. I can't think. Every single superhero or hero of any kind has lost someone or something in their life in the past. And so they have experienced pain, and they are trying to make sure that other people don't experience the same pain. They've learned the lesson from the pain, and then they take that lesson and they try to help other people, right? So the difference between that and a villain or a victim is the victim feels the pain, and then they try to inflict that pain on other people. So, for example, like, let's say you get broken up with and cheated on or something like that. Then you would decide to cheat in the next relationship or something and hurt somebody else who probably doesn't deserve it, right? So that's the difference between a hero and a villain, is you get to choose in your story whether you get to be the hero or the villain. It's better to be the hero, obviously, because the next person that you're going to be with doesn't deserve to be cheated on. The next person that you're with doesn't deserve to be hurt in the same way that you got hurt. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to be hurt, right? But typically when we get hurt, it's partly our fault. Like if you think about, and we have to take personal responsibility for it because it's our life, right? So I want you to think about this for a second. In our lives, we make choices and we make wrong choices, right? For example, let's say you chose to be with someone who you knew had a questionable past and you knew that they had cheated on somebody before. If you didn't know that, there may have been other red flags, but typically almost everybody can recognize that there are red flags in certain relationships that they've been in. And they realize that, I should have seen that red flag. I should have known, that they were going to cheat on me or they were going to betray me or whatever, right? And so most people recognize the red flags and they ignore them. And that's why they end up getting hurt. They let those red flags slide instead of confronting them or talking to the person or realizing them or whatever it might be, right? So ultimately, when you do that kind of thing, that is you giving up your choice, right? You are pushing the pain farther down the road to experience later on, instead of biting the bullet now, or facing the music, or facing, like flagging down those red flags, and addressing those red flags in the moment, right? So by ignoring those red flags, you are hurting yourself later on, essentially. And most of us do that. A lot of people do that because they want to believe there's good in people, and they want to believe the best for people and things like that. But some people are just hurt, and hurt people. So it's if you want to be the hero in your story when you're hurt and you're down, it's your responsibility to heal your hurt, right? Batman faced his worst fear of bats, right? Like, he had that really scary fear of bats, and instead he embraced that fear and became the Batman. He became what he feared. And what's really, really cool about that in real life, because Batman's a fictional character, is that they've done a study about people with PTSD from abuse and things like that. And let's say, like, you were abused in a relationship or things like that. The only way that you can overcome that fear of abuse is to become your attacker, right? You have to be strong enough to defend yourself from your attacker, essentially. And so people who go to jiu-jitsu, who go to boxing, who learn how to manipulate people so that they can become smarter and protect themselves that way as well, through other knowledge and tactics and things like that, right? Intelligence, furthering your intelligence, furthering your power. That is the only thing that can save you from PTSD. And so if you've ever experienced some kind of abuse or hurt or pain, you essentially have to become your attacker. You have to think about what things were like from their perspective. You have to understand why they did what they did. You have to understand how to beat them, and how to fight them or kill them, or whatever, essentially, in the jiu-jitsu or boxing or Muay Thai or ring, right? MMA ring, mixed martial arts. And so they found out, these scientists and studiers and therapists have found out that to get over PTSD, that's how you do it, is you become what you fear. You become something that's stronger than what you were before. You have to leave behind the weak, pathetic version of yourself and become your attacker, essentially. But then from there, you still have a choice to be the victim or the villain. Batman chooses to be the victim and save people from being hurt in the way that he was hurt, right? He chose to use his fears and his, and he chooses to use his power for good, to help people. And the same can go for you. If you've been abused, you can then grow your power and then use it to save people, to help people from never having to feel that kind of pain and hurt that you felt. And if you've been betrayed, same thing, or cheated on or whatever, you can use your platform, use your voice, use your knowledge to help other people who you probably if you have 100 Instagram followers, people. If you have 5 Instagram followers, people. If you have YouTube followers, Facebook followers, just friends and family around you, people that siblings, you can help protect them from being hurt, because that's your responsibility, since you were hurt. And now you get to help other people. It's how you take the lesson from the pain. You've learned the lesson the hard way. Now take that lesson and teach people. Say, like, hey, this is what happened to me. Be careful of this. Watch out for this. It can happen to anybody at any time. Obviously, wish people the best and support them in their actions as well, because not everybody will listen to you. Not everybody will heed your advice. And some people will have to learn the hard way themselves. That's sometimes, everybody has a different learning style, and that's sometimes how people have to learn. So hopefully you can help people, though. And there may be a lot of people who listen. You never know. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have the day you deserve. Let's level up and let's learn the lesson in the pain. Thanks for watching.